Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 7th. This week fits in nicely with the past weeks, or not so nicely. I don't know. It depends on... Excuse me. Sorry about that. Depends on really how you look at it. The first card you have is the Nine of Spades, which is feeling off balance. And, I really feel like, I actually feel like you're coming out of this. I think you are leaving these feelings because you've had a lot of this come up in the past. Cancer is like the only sign that actually has had this come up in the past. And I don't mean this in an offensive way towards Cancer or anything like that, but a lot of people think that Pisces is the most emotional sign, but really I think Cancer is way more emotional, at least, in my own experience. Cancer has a lot more of an emotional reaction to things and a lot more of an emotional range, and they're sensitive, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that at all, and I hope I don't offend anybody by saying that, but so since you have this sensitivity, you're sensitive to everything that's going on around you, and it can kind of put you in a mood or make you upset or whatever, especially globally, with all the global craziness that's going on. I think it can really affect Cancer in particular. But as I've said, I think Cancer is definitely growing a thicker shell, like for sure, and getting a lot stronger. And I've talked in the past about it's like the zodiac signs are switching, and Cancer's almost becoming like an Earth sign or something like that, just a stronger sign. I think I slipped up last week and I said Capricorn on Cancer, and a lot of people said that they didn't think that was a mistake, and I agree with you because it's like, that's what the signs are switching to. It's like you're switching, you're becoming stronger. But this is, again, feeling kind of just off and things and feeling off balance and needing to balance out. Feels like last week, though, and I don't think you have to worry about it. Next, you have the Ace of Spades. The Eight of Spades. I do that almost every time with this card, too. It's hilarious. But this card, it represents wanting to move mountains. Actually, if you read the birth card meaning of this card, I do believe they say that Ace of Spades can move mountains. The Eight of Spades. I don't know why. Again, with the slips. Cancer, you are the only sign where I slip and say other things, and it's probably because those are the true meanings for you, is whatever that other card I just said was, Ace of Spades. But Eight of Spades is usually read as moving mountains, but I think it's more like you want to move mountains. I think it's like you're ready to really charge forward and really kind of clear things out. So I'm going to touch on the Ace of Spades since I've said it like 10 times now. Ace of Spades is all about, I call it the forest fire, the card, because there's this great, it's like a forest fire, it clears out your whole life. A forest fire, there's a lot of death and destruction, and there's just all the stuff is burnt down and everything's turned to ash, and it seems so horrible on the surface, but it actually rebuilds the soil and everything. The plants grow back 1,000 times stronger, the animals return, they get healthier, and all this other stuff. They burn forests down on purpose, in Colorado and stuff, to get the forest to revitalize. And this is literally something that I think has been happening in your life. You experienced that total burning down, and now things are starting to grow back. To further that message, you have the Six of Hearts, which literally represents things growing back in your life. For a lot of you Cancers out there, Scorpio also got this message, if I'm not mistaken, as well, the Six of Hearts. It's an interesting card because it does represent love coming in. It's kind of like a perfect match. It represents mind, body, spirit, so it's like that plugging in of two people and feeling very positive. They would be a great match for you. I would have to say, actually, it would be another water sign as well that you would be meeting. Again, this is for those of you that are single. If you're not single, this just represents a perfect kind of thing between you and your partner or whoever you're with, and it's a card of success, so it also brings in success. So if it's not love for you this week, it's just success and things coming into your life. But it's very karmic. It has to do with the energy we put out and what we get back. So normally when people get this card, they've been putting out a lot of energy, but they're getting nothing back, basically zero. When this card comes in, though, luckily, it's like you put energy out and you at least get an equal amount back. Sometimes more, it just depends, of course. But it's so I think finally, Cancer, you'll start to see things really kind of gearing up and moving forward, and we'll be getting that energy back. I also say that on this card, if it's a love card, it's the two, like I said, the Scorpio this week. it's a very polar, like bipolar card, I guess you could say. It's like, on one hand, you would know exactly who this is, who's interested in you, and you would, come together this week. So this is for those of you that this has to do with love. And then on the other hand, with this card, it's like some creepy stalker that you don't even know, like, exists. So just know that as well. So it can represent a stalker, or just somebody who is on the outside, who you really don't know, who's interested in you, which could end up being a positive thing because they're not necessarily like a creepy stalker. It's a positive card, so don't worry too much about that. But you also have the Nine of Diamonds coming up. This represents new stuff, new travel, new business, new experiences, new jobs, new successful experiences coming in, new relationships. It's a very new card. I might start calling it the card of newness because it's like the one card that really brings in new stuff. And it's a very good card. It brings in even positive finances, better finances. I think a lot of you will probably even be getting together with friends this week because you need to, and a lot of you haven't been able to. So I think that type of situations will be coming in for you. But you have an excellent week, a really positive week, one of probably moving forward at least a tiny bit, and it will make you feel better emotionally. So thank you for watching.